Let's move on, shall we? I love this story. Kate Middleton. She's such a natural in good publicity. So she joined in a wheelchair rugby game and it turned out to be really, really good at it. I think we got some footage of her. So there she is. Now, look at this. And so she goes into but she actually scored. Look, that's her going into the rugby post there. It's just a brief clip. But she went on to score. And, of course, she's playing. You remember she hurt her finger on her kids' trampolines. So it's all very taped up. And she said she was very worried about it. I think she did damage her fingers there. But they were saying that she really was very good at it. I think one of the unsung things about Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, of course, should be more respectful, I suppose. There's a lot of royal watchers. They don't like it when you call her Kate. It's Catherine. It's Catherine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, I say Kate. She's a very sporty, but she's a good tennis player.
Well, and also, it goes to the heart of this. She's very competitive with William, and I think that's great. And you're right, she's a total natural.
Yeah.
We need more people like her, where she can muck in. She'll do stuff. She'll compete. That's brilliant. And also, that sends a really positive message to young people, I think, in the country, to say, look, you can succeed, but you have to try.
Yeah, and if Meghan... if you're watching, you know you get such a lot of bad publicity. Why don't you look to your sister-in-law, you know, that sister-in-law that you really hate, and take a lesson from her. She knows how to get good headlines. Meghan only knows how to get bad headlines.
Well said.
Still with the Royals. Now, I'm kind of conflicted on this. Do you remember the day of the coronation when the Republic... the anti-royal demonstrators went down, joined the crowd, and they all held up placards saying, "Not my king."
I remember.
And 21 of them were arrested within about 2 minutes.
And rightfully.
And put into, Black Mariahs and taken down to the station. Well, I think it's horrible that they tried to spoil the event, but we do have the right to demonstrate in this country. And the troubling thing about this saga is that yesterday prosecutors said there was no chance of successfully prosecuting these people for any crime. No case to answer. The entire case against 21 protesters was dropped. And so you have to ask, well, why were they arrested in the first place?
Well, so I believe that you have the right for lawful protest, but the thing about this was they were right to arrest them because, of course, this was of high national importance and high national security. We had no idea, or the police had no idea, what their ultimate aims were. And look, we were a showcase for the rest of the world. I think they were right to arrest them because they were causing obstruction, probably. But actually, if there's no case to answer, there's no case to answer.
No case to answer, and that's why I find it slightly troubling. I mean, I'm with you in principle. I think it was horrible to try and spoil the fun for those big... Yeah, but you can't... just because it's not very nice... you can't turn that into a crime.
But then, hang on, but play it forward. If they'd kicked off, if it became violent, then what would we have said?
Well, I mean, they didn't show any signs of being violent. They just stood there in a line.
Are you going to let the police just sit there and wait until something happens? You see, I'd rather they did react and were proactive. As I say, I'm very conflicted. I'm with you. My heart is with you. My head might not be, because you can't have the police going around arresting people just because they don't like the look of them. Agreed.
It's about freedom.
Agree. Of course it is. But I've been involved in massive police operations, and that was one of them. Now, you also... extrapolate that to, say, the Notting Hill Carnival, where you know who the troublemakers are, and I know the police have a very difficult job there as well. I just put the shoe on the other foot. If something had kicked off, then who would be blamed? Well, the police.